we did a project for Amazon in 2018, which was a fashion studio, just to show you the importance of the Indian market for Amazon as a company.
Yeah.
Guess what? The design brief was given to us by Jeff Bezos. I need to go every 2 weeks to Mumbai, and I need to go every 2 weeks to Bangalore as well, where we also have offices. I love my light chicken for our friends from North India. I love dosa as well.
Joining us today is Pierre-Arnaud. Pierre has traveled all over the world, and he has also worked in North and South America, and he has worked in Europe. And for the last 11 years, he has been working here in Delhi. Pierre, with his brilliant mind, turned art of design into a thriving business, and he is also president of French Traders Advisors here in India. So, Pierre, what inspired you to be in design industry? How did you make this start?
So, in fact, to tell you the truth, I'm not a designer myself. I'm from the finance background. And I got this opportunity with my partners who founded the company 16 years ago in India. But I'm completely from a different background of architecture. But I found this so interesting, and the potential was so high being in India that it was just wonderful, and it seduced me. And I accepted to join.
All right. So you travel a lot, right? And you also worked in North and South America and in Europe a lot and everything. Of course, when we travel, we get inspired a lot by, I think for you, probably it's design, right? So does that influence in your work?
Yeah, I think it's good to like what you are doing. It's also good to understand what you are doing. In fact, when I told you that I was not from a design background, this is not exactly true, because since you mentioned about my previous experiences before, I used to work for the Ministry of Culture in Colombia, where I was in charge of protection of the heritage patrimony, which is about physical heritage, buildings, monuments, but as well about non-physical heritage, which is the culture, the handicrafts, the way of singing, the way of cooking, for example, etc., etc. So material and immaterial as well.
Very interesting, very interesting. So you've been here for 11 years.
Yes.
So how do you, because sustainability is a norm right now, so how do you approach that in your work or in your projects?
Yeah, so in fact, most of the time, since our organization works on corporate projects, most of the time the guidelines come from our customers, which are multinational companies. But we are very happy to follow because we feel that this is also matching with our DNA, our values, who we are, and we are very happy to explore different guidelines from different companies. They don't have all the same standards, but while working and being exposed to all of them, we feel that we can get the best out of it. Today, everybody, for the last 11 years, I have been trying to convince people on why I was in India.
Yeah.
And nobody was able to really understand. Today, in 2023, people understand. There is a shift in the way people are looking at India from outside. The image of India back in 2012 when I arrived was not the same as what it is today.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely, yes.
And I think this is something which is really important to understand. For years, I have been explaining to my friends I was the Indian one.
Yeah.
And this is something which is important. Today, any company who wants to claim to be international and who is not considering the Indian market, that would be a terrible mistake.
Hey, I agree with you. And I'm a proud Indian, so I agree with you very much.
This is really important.
I think India is, moving forward, is a hub of opportunities.
Absolutely.
I think everyone should exploit that, that space and time, because it doesn't stay forever like that.
Yes.
And moving forward, I think everybody who actually even think, even though I'm not a business person or not, neither my background, but being an Indian, living here, seeing all these things, that's what I think. India has so many opportunities. And I don't think people should not hesitate too much to come into India. I think they should come forward and invest in India, and at the same time, save for Indians. they should open their arms and go out and do things in other countries.
This is very important. Competitors.
Yeah.
You imagine we have a country with 1.4 billion people with no competitors. So not all those 1.4 billion people are potentially our clients, obviously, because there are a lot of disparities.
But the market is huge.
But the market is extremely huge and opportunities are here.
Yeah.
And our initiative with the Ultra Academy, which I talked to you about, is something which is really important, because we are not only here to take, and we are not only opportunists. We feel that we have a duty to give back to the society.
Yes.
And to give back to India, who has given us so much.
That's really good. Yeah. So is there any project which you would like to talk about, which was very demanding, at the same time, which you're very proud of, which is your brainchild?
Every project is different. Every project requires an in-depth understanding of the client, because we build tailor-made solutions for our customers. So for that, before making a suit to a customer, we need to take the measurement. So every project is very different, and this is fascinating. Every project is different. Every project is a new story, and we create stories.
Yes.
So this is really something which is fascinating about us. When a customer is asking me, what is your best project? I would answer, this is your project, or this is a project which we will do next, because life is a learning exercise. We keep on learning, and we keep on improving our design.
Right. Is there a favorite project?
I have some, yes, I would say that projects which have helped us grow more, which were more famous, which became viral on the social medias. So we did a project for Amazon in 2018, which was a fashion studio.
Okay.
And this particular project got awarded in the top 25 most spectacular workplaces globally by Forbes.
Wow.
So this was a huge achievement, and this was very interesting. It was an important project for Amazon as a company.
Yeah.
They had one fashion studio in New York, one in London, and this was the third facility coming to India, just to show you the importance of the Indian market for Amazon as a company.
Yeah.
Guess what? The design brief was given to us by Jeff Bezos.
Wow.
He came in 2018 to inaugurate the project. And we are still considering this project as a reference today, and we are still showing it to our customers while it was done in 2018.
You literally gave me goosebumps listening to you. But really, I think that's an excellent... but also, naturally, running a company like that, the scene changes, right? Very often. And how do you put up with that? I mean, how do you, it's a fast-pacing industry. How do you go about it?
Especially in India. I think India is extremely dynamic. Our customers are super demanding. If you send an email and they send you an email and you have not answered in the next 1 hour, they would probably call you or send you a message on WhatsApp to ensure that you have received the said email.
Yeah.
So this is very, very funny. And our industry has been also evolving, changing very quickly. One important event which happened, which is an unfortunate event, but the COVID pandemic has been a great game changer for us. I don't know if this is politically correct to say, but this has helped us a lot because the market has become more premium.
Okay.
Earlier, we were working mainly with multinational organizations.
Yeah.
And today, even domestic companies, I'm talking about stock exchange listed companies, which are pretty big Indian companies, they have understood the benefits of providing to their employees with a great workspace. They have understood that a great workplace was helping their employees, was helping to not only attract new talents, but also retain those talents. And this was a terrible incentive.
Yeah.
So this is something which is pretty new and which came more and more after COVID.
So you think this is in future? You think this is a game changer for people, for all employers, for instance, because it literally what you said is it boosts the morale of the employee.
Absolutely.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And there are a lot of surveys which say the same thing. Come back to the same point.
Yeah.
It's not, people are changing.
Yeah.
Earlier you were doing a job.
Yeah.
Now people are coming and they also want to enjoy an experience.
And want to be proud of the workspace.
Exactly. Yeah. And they want flexibility. They want a space which is agile. They want a space which will resemble to them. And I think this is really important. And we don't see anymore the typical type of offices with only linear cubicles or workstations. This is not happening anymore.
Yeah, right. That's nice. Even how does your talent acquisition happen? How do you hire for your, because it's a fast-paced business, A, and B, you need a lot of brilliant minds.
Yes.
So how do you do that?
So you said it right. It's not easy. And it's not only about the talent. It's about talent, mindset, and it's also about people having a certain international exposure and taste, because we sell design. It's not something rational.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to have traveled a lot to understand what is being done outside India, to be able to understand what is best and what is the best which you could propose to your customers.
Yeah.
So hiring is something which is difficult, to be transparent with you. We receive a lot of applications because today we are one of the easily in the top 3 design firms in the country. So we receive a lot of applications. It's about 300 applications a day. But there is not even 1% which qualifies. And
but everyone is allowed to dream.
Yeah, absolutely. But we feel sometimes it's just a mass application. We receive profiles and applications which are not well polished. There is no subject on the email.
Yeah.
There is just attachment in Word file and no text. So
your HR has a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
A lot of groundwork.
So we have started implementing AI to kind of sorter and qualify the profiles, because it's a lot of work, and we cannot answer to everyone, and we cannot hire everyone, because simply we want the best talent.
Of course. No, of course, I understand that.
But that leads me to another topic. We have just started implementing a new project for us, which is a project of Ultra Academy.
Okay.
So we want to go a bit deeper in this exercise, and we want to train the new talent, the new generation, because
so great. Yeah.
There is such a huge shortage of talent with people taste and understanding what we are doing.
Wow, that's great. But also, when we spoke about AI, it came in the conversation. So how does AI goes about in your design business? How do you use it?
So this is very interesting, and in fact we have launched in 2019 a R&D department which is in-house and which is working on the latest trends.
Yeah.
So latest trends can take different forms. It can be about the technology, about what is being done outside. But the technology plays a very important part in our industry.
Yes.
And we want to also be smarter, faster, more efficient in our work, because at the end of the day we sell service.
Yeah.
While we strive to customize every project for every client, the AI can help us to generate certain images faster than what we could do manually.
Wow, yeah. But also you have, of course, being a managing director, at Ultraconfidentiel is a very big role. Apart from that, you also do other things, like you're also a president of, if I'm saying it right, you're a president of traders?
The French Trade Advisors, yes, correct.
So what is your role there? How do you help the French companies or the Indian companies who want to invest in France, or the French companies who want to come in? How do you help them?
So maybe I will explain you what are the French Trade Advisors. So it's a network of 4,500 CEOs across the globe. It's a program by the French government. We are all appointed by the French Prime Minister.
Okay.
And we represent a network across the globe. And we are in India, we have a group of 65 CEOs of companies, from big MNCs to smaller SMEs.
Yeah.
But we are supposed to reflect what is the economic ecosystem in India.
Yeah.
So we have a repartition in 9 different cities in India.
Okay.
And we have 4 different missions.
Okay.
One is to help our French government to take the right decisions vis-a-vis the Indian market, which is not necessarily easy to understand.
Yeah.
Secondly is to help French companies who want to set up their activities in India. And this is based with our experience. We are not consultants. We are just sharing our feedback on what has been our experience so far living in India and working in India. What are the challenges and how do you palliate those challenges? There are other missions as well, which is promoting the French attractiveness. So it works both ways. While we help French companies to come to India, we also help Indian companies to go and invest in France. So this is pretty interesting. And last and not the least, and this is also coming back to what I was telling, is about training the new generation.
Yes.
So we have a program called VIE, which is a volunteer program by the French government, where we hire young talents, and those people will work with export role. So this is how we create the new generation for tomorrow.
Oh, that's nice, very nice. But now, keeping the work apart, you've been here in India for 11 years, so let's talk about India a bit.
Yes.
Okay? So, you've been in India, you lived only in Delhi, as I understand.
Yes, correct.
Is there any favorite city in India for you?
You know, every time I travel, I realize, okay, why don't I live there? I for my work, I need to go every 2 weeks to Mumbai, and I need to go every 2 weeks to Bangalore as well, where we also have offices. And every time I come back, I said, wow, that's wonderful. People are different. And there is such a very interesting cultural diversity. People don't speak the same language, we don't eat the same thing. The climate is also different. And the grass is always greener when you are not.
Agree.
So I always wonder why I've been living in Delhi after with my official responsibilities, especially with the embassy. I needed to be in Delhi. But I love traveling around, and not only for work, I also love to discover India.
Yeah, that's nice. Any favorite dish?
Any favorite dish?
Or dishes? You can mention few.
Dishes, no. I love my light chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, for our friends from North India, I love dosa as well.
Friends from South India.
Yes.
Okay.
I like idlis as well. A lot of things, in fact. I think.
Do you? Cook at all? Do you make any of these dishes?
I'm not able to cook Indian food. No. I wish I could. But I stick to French, Italian, very European type of dishes.
Nice. But thank you so much, Pierre, for coming on my show, Global Stories with Usha.
Most welcome.
I hope to see you again. Thank you.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you, Usha.